welcome to the Geekz 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Lil.
And this is Steve.
And tonight we're reviewing Child's Play 2 from 1990. So for those of you who have not been with us before, we will play for you our rating system.
Has a rating system in place that we like to call 0 to 0. If whatever horror movie we're reviewing is terrifying only to the most infantile who get nightmares from PG-13 reboots, it gets a 0. If it's a gorgasm-inducing slaughter party that satiates your most devious and monstrous desires, it gets a hero.
While Andy's mother is admitted to a psychiatric hospital, the young boy is placed in foster care, and Chucky, determined to claim Andy's soul, is not far behind. Child's Play 2 stars Alex Vincent back as Andy Barclay, Jenny Agutter, Garrett Graham, Christine Elise, and Brad Dourif. So, Child's Play 2, I have not seen this movie in so long.
Mm-hmm.
I did not remember anything that happened here. I did not remember that it continued almost right off of the original, that they locked up Andy's mom, and I'm just thinking about the end of the first one. I'm like, there was no signs that would have happened.
No, I thought she was like with the cop.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. And the cop saw it, and the cop knew, and the cop should have exonerated him. But
I'm pretty sure the cop shot the doll.
Yeah,
more than once. So
and
you had a police officer who fired his gun,
mm-hmm.
and that counted for nothing. The mom saw it, and she's in the nut house. So what happened to the cop? And why are you tossing this boy into fucking foster care like an hour and a half after this all went down?
It's a very bizarre opening to get here. So
and if we're asking questions, let's ask the honest question. Why the fuck are you rebuilding this doll? Why are you doing that?
Well, not only
you can't
that,
tell me that, like,
not only that, why is the doll's skeleton frame metal?
Like, yeah, made of titanium. It's a fucking Terminator. No wonder. And it has human teeth, and they're just picking it clean and like shoving a new mask on it. It's like, what is why are we rebuilding this?
It was pretty. It was pretty crazy.
Wild.
But
they're like he immediately starts killing. Like as soon as he's back to life.
It was great. It was great. I'm gonna give it a. I've never been a huge fan of the Child's Play movies overall. Mm-hmm. You know, so they're not my favorites. Like Chucky is not one of my. I mean, like the idea and the character itself, like on merch and stuff. Yeah, cool, fun. I have my daughter is Chucky incarnate. I liked the movie. I did. I really did. You know, and I enjoyed the first one. I kind of like this one actually even a little bit better than the first one because this one didn't try to take itself so seriously. I give it a hero. I'm giving this one a hero on the Chucky scale.
Right. I was going to say, you know, Child's Play is it's up there for me. I do rather enjoy the franchise. I've always liked the idea of small things, killer dolls, Puppet Master, Child's Play, the Annabelle, not the first one, but I think the second one was good. There's certain things. It's kind of the same thing with Children of the Corn. Like there's just something about that whole like small things that shouldn't hurt you that do. That kind of creeps me out. But I'm not always in the mood for that, right? But when I sit down to watch a Child's Play movie, that I know what I'm in for, you know? And so, you know, when I watch these, it's kind of like you are grading on that scale. Like if I'm in the mood to watch a creature feature, this might not be what I'm watching. But as far as this goes, like I had a lot of fun with this. Like you said, it's been a long time since I've seen Child's Play 2, even longer for Child's Play 3 actually. But I didn't remember half of this. I didn't even remember the character of Kyle like at all. I completely forgot that character even existed. So, and I was looking it up, and she's been in multiple movies.
Yeah, she came back in Curse or whatever, and I'm like,
and I probably just didn't even recognize, So I'm gonna go back and rewatch some of those too, because I gotta say Christina Elise was Vision in this, so quite nice. But no, I had a lot of fun with it. The practicals were still good. I loved how it picked up right where the last one left off, and you're just on the adventure. Charles Lee Ray still wants that fucking little boy's body. He needs out of this fucking body, damn it. And Brad Dourif, so good. So
yeah,
good.
I think for me the reason why I like this one so much is I think it was a step up from the puppeteering and the special effects and the facial look of Chucky. And Brad Dourif again like took his Chucky to that next level. A lot more. I don't just because it's vulgar it doesn't make it better, but his vulgarity toward everything was just, like I said, it wasn't taking itself seriously.
No, it was getting to that Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger slapstick stuff. I mean, he murders a teacher with a yardstick.
Yes.
And that's a classic scene. It's one of those scenes that's burned in my memory from the first time I saw it when I was a kid. Like, whoa. I mean, this movie came out when I was 7, so. And
Christina Elise in this movie was 25, yet she's playing like a 17-year-old. So.
Right. Well, this whole family, I don't know. It was weird because they were like, let's get into it a little bit. Like,
spoilers.
They're setting up Andy to go live with his family, and the social worker lady saying like, oh, because of your guys' history and you've been so good with all these other kids, like guys should be able to handle this. This boy comes into their life and they are acting like they've never had a child in their home ever. Like, that man is so short with those kids. I'm like, dude, you do not. This is like the worst place for these kids to be. Like, your leash is so
well,
short.
and like he wants to like return Andy like almost
immediately.
Like, yeah, they're driving him home in the car, and he's just like not having it. Like, it's so weird.
I'll get used to him. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay. But you get introduced to Kyle, who's this other girl that's staying there, and her thing is that she hasn't unpacked because she doesn't stays anywhere long, and she smokes cigarettes, so she's a bad girl. Also, this house is the ugliest fucking house I've ever seen inside.
It's an old
it's
city
gorgeous.
It's
huge. Gorgeous outside, amazing outside. What a vision this house. But you walk in with the pink and blue walls.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
I thought you meant just like the rooms and stuff, but this to me, like I've seen houses like similar to this, not exactly like this, because it seemed. I was actually shocked because I was like, how many rooms does this thing have? Like it seemed like there was like 15 bedrooms in the house.
Yeah, he's walking down that hallway. It was like a hotel.
Yeah, but I have seen houses like that, so that's why I was like, okay, it does seem familiar, seem plausible, but it still is very, I don't know. Very odd. For me, like it's weird too because some of the death scenes weren't as great as I had hoped.
Well, there wasn't even that
fun.
There wasn't even that many, right?
Right.
You had the technician in the beginning who flew through the window. Yes. You had the guy who was driving the car, Chucky's getaway guy. He got suffocated with the bag.
Well, you also had a technician that had the eyes placed into his head.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was the one good one.
The opening was really cool. Who else? So you had the teacher.
The dad.
That was a cool death. I like that because the dad was giving Andy the business the whole fucking movie, and then the dad saw right before he died. Oh, Andy was telling the truth. I like that. I always like how the mom, but she dies off screen. I didn't like that.
Yes.
Because I felt like after she gave Andy the business, when the dad fell, that she like because she like that little boy is death just follows this kid, but well Chucky follows this kid, but you know, and then that's kind of it. Oh no, the trash guy was in the other movie. Anyway, so that's it. But I will say though, the finale I thought was great. The finale in the good guy's warehouse.
Yeah, with the maze of good guy. How many dolls do they make? How many are they planning?
And this goddamn curse that he's got to say takes like fucking 30 minutes. He's got to say the thing 80 fucking times. He's got to ask for permission and then say it over and over and over again. Of course, he's too fucking late. You always wait till the last goddamn minute, anyways, and it takes so long. You know, like how long does it take to do this goddamn curse? But I love when Kyle pushes the boxes on him and they're running away. And when Chucky comes flying out of those boxes and he's like, he looks so fucking scary.
He looked great. Like that's what I was like, oh wow, I like.
And the practicals, practicals when they trap his hand under the thing and he rips it off on all the tendons because he's turned into an actual body, like.
And then
awesome.
He sticks the knife blade in his arm, like give him a. That's where I was like, oh, are you stealing from Puppet Master here?
Right? Yeah. And then they staple him to that, or they sew him to that fucking piece of wood and shove him in that. That was that when it popped out of there. Like even though it wasn't him that popped out of there, it was still gross and just like wow, like really cool effects. And then of course, they just keep killing him over and over. You know, then they soak him in the wet fucking wax and melt him down, and then they blow his fucking head up. Like so awesome, like. This whole finale was great. I had a blast with it. And then it just kind of ends. They just leave. They're like, well, I guess we're out of here.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes no sense. Like, they just walk out and, like, everyone's dead around them.
This factory, how was nobody working at this factory? Wasn't there? There was a guy watching cameras or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like this factory was, like, in production.
Oh, he died. That's right. He did die. The guy who was watching the cameras, the security guy.
Oh, that's right, because he comes swinging out in his eyes. But did we see him die?
I think Chucky slit his throat. Yeah. I think we did. But again, it wasn't a memorable death. It wasn't like that first one. The first one, I think, that to me is a little bit of a downfall on this because the opening was so good. And then the guy getting the toy eyes put in, I was like, that's really cool, and that looked good.
Oh, that's what happened to the guy at the end that was swinging. He had the toy eyes in his head.
Did he have toy eyes?
Yeah. When he was swinging towards Andy, he looked, and he had those big, bulging toy eyes stuck in his fucking head.
Was that how he died? I thought it was in the beginning. Maybe you're right. Maybe I was confusing them. You're right.
I think so.
You're right.
Yeah, because I thought the technician in the beginning just got blown up and went through the window and
you're right. Blood. No, you got me.
All right. Anyways, it's fine. But either way, like I thought in my head, I'm watching this and I'm going, this is how you do a sequel, right? Like if you talk about like not for nothing, I'm not saying it's one of the best movies of all time, but when you talk about sequels, like what's one of the best sequels, like pound for pound, Child's Play 2 might be up there with some of the greats because it just
in horror movie genre, because there's a lot of good sequels.
There's a lot of shit sequels too.
Well, I agree.
But yes, especially in horror, it's way up there. So
yeah, because it's better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
It's not better than Hellraiser 2.
No, well, Hellraiser 2 is better than the first one. I mean, that's the
That's what I mean. But it was such a big jump that it makes it such a better sequel.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about sequel parameters. Like this was better than the first one, I think. Well, it's hard to say because the first one has a different tone, so it kind of just depends on what movie.
It's two different movies. Yeah, you're right. That's what I said. Like I like that they didn't take themselves so seriously.
Yeah.
So
either way, I thought it was great too. So hero for me. So
it was a weird thing though, like how quickly that mom, like clearly the husband, like it looked like he tripped and fell, right?
Yeah.
And
well, she turned on the boy because the boy was just standing there.
Right. It's his fault. You know.
Well, a lot of shit has been going on since this boy showed up.
True.
And now her husband is dead and the boy is standing right there. So, but yeah.
it's just again odd how they all turn on Andy so quickly.
But like they're having that, but the one part was like they're having this fight. He was like, "He's not our son," and I'm like, man, like if you're a foster family, you can't be having this fight, man. Like you can't do
that loud when he's in the house. So it's a very bizarre dynamic there. But again, it didn't bother me because they're fodder. They're fodder for Chucky's death and to move the plot along, and it's all about Andy. So
yeah,
well, there you go. I think if you have not seen Child's Play 2, you should go see Child's Play.
I'm pretty sure if you're watching or listening to this that you've seen Child's Play 2.
So. And if you haven't, let us know. I'd be curious how many of you have not. So.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
All right. Thanks for listening. Thank you for your support. This is Lil.
And this is Steve. And until tomorrow night, everybody, keep it creepy.